Investigator blows lid off Comey scandal, saying it's too big to believe. All roads lead to Comey, by Matthew DePerry for VeteranAF.com. Former FBI Director James Comey is a despicable person. Over the past several months, we have seen Comey appear in the news numerous times after it was discovered he was lying under oath and intentionally trying to sabotage President Trump into failing. Thanks to Comey, Hillary Clinton was able to walk away after he predetermined the outcome of the investigation into her private emails by not even bothering to investigate her. Now, once again, Comey is back in the spotlight after he was busted for being involved in another major crime. Things aren't looking good for the disgraced former FBI director. With all the information coming out about the FBI and the major amount of corruption taking place with the department, there is no doubt James Comey was a major player during his time as director of the FBI. Comey has been close to all of Trump's enemies and is an Obama follower through and through. The FBI was once a well-respected and effective institution, but now that is no longer the case, and all signs are pointing to Comey and Obama. Things are just starting to heat up, and soon Comey will hopefully be locked up for his treasonous actions against our president and country. According to the Gateway Pundit, the latest scandal to rock the FBI pertains to missing, quote, text messages between counterintelligence agent Peter Strzok and bureau lawyer Lisa Page. The text that we know of, having come to light over the past few days, quickly developed in its own scandal of sorts. In an incisively written column for the New York Post, Michael Goodwin's headline warns, evidence suggests a massive scandal is brewing at the FBI. Sure, Goodwin's title suggests the Bureau hasn't already been embroiled in massive scandal for months, but as the political commentator writes a number of paragraphs, in Comey's role in the Bureau's rampant corruption is the real scandal. Goodwin writes, during the financial crisis, the federal government bailed out banks it declared too big to fail, fearing their bankruptcy might trigger economic Armageddon. The feds propped them up with taxpayer cash. Something similar is happening now at the FBI, with the Washington wagons circling the agency to protect it from charges of corruption. This time, the appropriate tagline is too big to believe. Yet each day brings credible reports suggesting there is a massive scandal involving the top ranks of America's premier law enforcement agency. The reports, which feature talks among agents of a secret society and suddenly missing text messages, point to the existence of both of a cabal dedicated to defeating Donald Trump in 2016 and of a plan to let Hillary Clinton skate free in the classified email probe. More support for this view involves the FBI's use of the Russian dossier on Trump that was paid for by the Clinton campaign and the Democratic National Committee, and shall I just add my own, through Hillary Clinton herself. Yes, campaign money, but it's her. It is almost certain that the FBI used the dossier to get the FISA court warrants to spy on Trump associates, meaning it used the opposition research of the party in power to convince a court to let it spy on the candidate of the other party, likely without telling the court of the dossier's political link. All roads in the explosive developments lead to James Comey, whose Boy Scout image bellied a sinister belief that he, like his infamous predecessor, J. Edgar Hoover, was above the law. It was in the office of Comey's top deputy, Andrew McCabe, where agents discussed an insurance policy in the event that Trump won. Reports indicate that the Russian collusion probe was that insurance policy. Of course it was. Goodwin's assertion bodes well with the latest developments surrounding the former FBI director. According to reports, the fired bureau head is pulling what the Federalists' Sean Davis believes is amazingly dirty, claiming attorney-client privilege after leaking stolen documents to friend Daniel Richman, who he now says is his lawyer. A title Comey did not reveal Richman had during his sworn testimony before Senate investigators last July. Sean Davis, this is amazingly dirty pool. Comey is making this claim in order to assert attorney-client privilege over his illegal leaks to the professor, whom previously Comey described to Congress only as a friend. The person to whom Comey leaked stolen FBI documents and who later leaked them to the New York Times now claims to be Comey's attorney. Comey described him only as a friend in sworn testimony before Congress, added Davis. BuzzFeed reports the New York Times also reported Tuesday that Mueller's team interviewed former FBI Director James Comey last year. Asked about the Times report, Columbia Law School professor Daniel Richman said in an email to BuzzFeed News that he is one of Comey's lawyers and that he would decline to comment. Richman was responsible for sharing the contents of one of Comey's memos about his communication with Trump with a reporter at Comey's request. Comey told the Senate Intel Committee in July of last year that he asked friend Daniel Richman to leak to the press a memo regarding conversations he shared with President Trump. New York Times has referred to Richman as a longtime confidant and friend of Mr. Comey's, and his Columbia University biography states he is an advisor to FBI Director James B. Comey. This scandal is huge, and it's only a matter of time until the American people know the truth. Comey, Mueller, Obama, and Clinton all deserved to be locked away. They turned a well-respected FBI into a corrupt, useless organization who doesn't have our best interests at heart. It's time for Trump to move in for the kill and drain the swamp once and for all. Absolutely. And notice in that testimony that he also said that I leaked the memo to my friend, quote, in order to call for special counsel, to have a special counsel. So that insurance policy proves was the FISA, the dossier that they used the FISA warrant to get. Disgraceful. They should be locked up. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.